Hi guys, so today I will finally be doing my 2012 beauty favorites. I'm super excited. I have no idea why it took me so long. I think I was just nervous about having to actually pick everything, but it wasn't too bad. I have a good mix of drugstore and high-end items or higher-end items, which I think is nice because it gives you guys an opportunity to see that I like both drugstore and high-end, but no matter what your price point is, you're able to find something, hopefully for my video, that you could actually get your hands on. So here we go. I'm going to start with face. I'm going to kind of go through how I put my face on, I guess. First thing is my primer. I've talked about it a million times, but I'll talk about it a million more. And it's the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel Skin Protectant. I absolutely love this stuff. For a higher end favorite, for primer, I would definitely choose the Bare Minerals Prime Time, but I only love it because it reminds me so much of this. So either one of those I love, but you might as well get the $6 one, I think. So yeah, this not primer is the absolute best. Sorry, I cannot speak. I used it all year long and I love it. As far as concealer goes, under my eyes, um, I was using the Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller, and to be honest, I haven't been using it over the last 2 months, but I used it so much in 2012 that I thought it was appropriate to put it in the video. So I really like this. I don't have really severe dark circles, but I liked it because it gave me a little bit of coverage. I felt like it was cooling when I was putting my makeup on, and I liked it. And if I needed a little bit more, I used MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and this is NC35. Now I know technically, you're supposed to use a different concealer for your eyes and your blemishes. For most of the year, I was using this on both, and I mean, I think it worked for me. Right now, I'm using two different things for under eye and blemishes, and I haven't been using this as much, but I do really, really like it, and once in a while, I'll still use it, so good stuff. And I mean, you can tell I made a good dent in it. Um, for foundation, okay, this is where it gets ridiculous. I have 4 different foundations to show you. I don't know. I just could not choose. So, first up there's only one drugstore. Revlon Color Stay. I mean, you could see, and it's the one for the combination oily skin. I mean, I think you can see. This one is down to the bottom. I went through another one completely. I have another one that's, it's a darker color because during the summer I was tan, obviously, and I was mixing it with this one, but my normal color is 330 Natural Tan. I was in love with this for, I would say, 10 months out of the year, and at the end, I kind of just got tired of it. But I mean, I think it is a good foundation. I think I burnt myself out on it. Some of the other things I was using over the year, NARS, Sheer Glow, and my colors in Stromboli. I really like this foundation. It is not the longest wearing foundation, especially if you have oily skin like me, but the color match is so spot on, that I really like it. I was willing to go for the color match over it being the longest wearing foundation. And then I had the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and mine is in NC42. This is the same situation with the color match, except it is long wearing. Only problem is that I am not tan enough to wear this. Once I do get a little bit more tan, I will be going back to this, but I really, really liked it. And then the Clinique Acne Solutions in Fresh Almond. Again, totally loved it, but I can't wear it right now because it is way too dark for me. I never realized how tan I am until I look at my foundations, and I'm like, are you serious? I could wear that? And then for powder, I only have one thing with me, but there's another thing that I used up, but I also loved. This is the NARS Powder Foundation in Stromboli. I've talked about it a million times. Obviously, I hit pan. I'm trying to hold on to it, even though really, I might as well just go through it so that I can get another one. Drugstore, I love the L'Oreal True Match. I think it's fantastic. I use number W4, but last time I checked, I think W4.5 would be better, but I don't want to get that until I'm done with my NARS. Okay, next up to face but not foundation stuff. I had 2 bronzers that I was using for a long time. The first is MAC's Select Sheer Pressed Powder in NC55. It's really just face powder, obviously. That's just too dark for me, but it's so easy to work with. It's so blendable. And then next is the Revlon Photo Ready Bronzed and Chic. I just fell in love with this, and I have a bunch of backups because it was like $4 at Target for some reason, and they didn't even have any the last time I went up there. So I guess it was a limited edition type thing. If you can get your hands on it, I totally would. For blush, I have two things. The first is this Milani blush, Baked Blush in Rose d'Oro, number 2. I really love this shade. Super duper shimmery, obviously, but it's gorgeous. And then the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Exposed. And it is completely matte. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick. Completely matte, and it doesn't look like a whole lot, but it is gorgeous. I'm wearing it today. I really think that it would look on anyone, regardless of your skin color. And then for highlight, I really was obsessed with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Blonde. It was a re-release, but it was a limited edition, and it was, I can't remember what the collection was, but there was like a redhead and a brunette one, but I loved the pink blonde one. I like was obsessed with this. Like the second I got it, I like didn't put it down. But lately I've been like branching out, and I found things that I like better. But for 2012, it was definitely that one. Okay, whew. Let me catch my breath. For eyes, primer, I was obsessed with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Um, I mean, classic. For eyeshadows, I was really into the Bare Minerals Quad in the Dream Sequence. I've talked about this before. Gorgeous purple. I was also totally in love with the Wet n Wild Trio in Silent treatment, especially that bottom color. Sorry, I'm like pointing to the middle one. The bottom color I was totally in love with. Sometimes I would use it with the other colors in the trio, but sometimes I would just use that and mix it with other things. I also used my Naked palette to death. Even though I did get the Naked 2, I didn't really use it that much. The Naked definitely like was the winner between those two. Not only for eyeshadows, but because I use Naked and Buck for my brows every single day. So, I mean, really it's a staple in my makeup collection. Just like everyone else and their mom, I loved the Maybelline color tattoos. I have a bunch of them, but my favorite has to be the Bad to the Bronze, just like everyone else. And you can see there's a pretty big dip in there. It's gorgeous. For the inner corner of my eye, I used the Bare Minerals Loose eyeshadow powder in Panache. I don't know if I'm this country and I say Panache or what, but it's a really beautiful iridescent color. And for mascara, I do have another eyeshadow, but it's on the bottom. I fell in love with the Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express. And I really liked it because it has that curved wand. So, good stuff. Another primer that I was using for some of 2012 was the e.l.f. Eye Primer and Line Sealer. Now, you do have to get this on their website. You can't just get it at Target, or at least it's not at my Target. And it kind of looks like a stick foundation, or a stick concealer or something. And it looks like that, and you just blend it out, and it's an awesome eye primer. And I have some backups of that too. I think it's only like $3, or maybe it was $6 and I got 50% off. But I totally recommend it. If you don't want to spend the money on the Urban Decay Primer Potion, I would go with that. For eyeliner, said it before and I'll say it again, Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Underground. It's awesome. I'm wearing it today. I wear it almost every single day. I love it. I can't believe like I still have this much left. Like I use it so often. I don't understand. It's lasting me forever. This I consider like one of the best finds of the year, and it's the MAC Chromographic Pencil in NW25 NC30. I can find 1,000,001 ways to use this. Instead of white, I'll use it to do my waterline, so it's a little bit more natural. What I'm using it today for is to kind of carve out my brows a little bit. I could do it a lot more dramatic. I'm going to do a brow tutorial coming up soon, so if you want to know about that, I will be using this pencil because that's what I use. It is fantastic. I love it. Um, for my brows, I swear by the Milani Brow Tint Pen, felt tip brow color. The NYX one is almost the exact same thing. And my color is just a marker that you draw your brows in with, and then I do the powder on top. Natural taupe. And then the last eye thing I have is, it's in this Urban Decay palette. I don't know the name of it. I think it's like a Book of Shadows or something, and it's gigantic. There's a big mirror in there too. I mean, it's really pretty and all, but honestly, I use it mostly for baked and for this color Bust. I would say that Bust is like one of my top 5 eyeshadow colors. I have a lot of eyeshadow. Yeah, one of my like top 5 colors. I love it. I don't know what it even is about it that I love so much, because it's a nude, it's a neutral, but it just, I don't know, I feel like it can go with anything. It actually reminds me a lot of the bottom color from Silent Treatment. Okay, and then on to lips. I really got into using the MAC Prep and Prime whenever I was going to do a very dramatic lip. Um, it's a lip primer, and it feels like a chapstick, but if you let it dry, it'll dry and really create a smooth base for your lipstick. I don't use it every day, but I use it when I'm doing something like Ruby Woo or NARS Dragon Girl, like those colors that are so crazy pigmented that you want to make sure they're staying in place and that your lips um, aren't going to look dry or anything underneath. That's when I would do that. For lip liner, I have a bunch of different colors, but honestly, I don't know why I get lazy because they're all in the same place, but really, I use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip color, Glide On Lip Pencil in Naked for like every lipstick. It's just like a nice, maybe it's not a nude, but for my lips, it comes out nude because my lips are kind of pigmented. I don't know if you can see that. Um, and really, I should use the red with the red and the pink with the pink. I just use the Naked with everything because, yeah, I'm a creature of habit. Okay, for lip products. I have a ton of these, but this is my favorite. It's the CoverGirl Lip Perfection. My favorite is number 330 Divine. It's basically a purple that I never thought I could pull off, but I completely love. Um, that right there. I am horrible at swatches, so if you can't see that, I'm very sorry. Um, it's gorgeous. It's very, very, very long lasting. When I wear these lipsticks and I'm around people all day, I've gotten so many questions saying like, how do you not do your lips again? Like, what are you wearing? So, long lasting. Next up, Revlon lip butters. This is actually the color I used the least, but it was like the closest one to my hand when I was picking them up. This is Candy Apple. I really love the Revlon lip butters. I always have at least one in my purse. They're fantastic. Um, as far as glosses go, I'm not a huge gloss person, but a gloss that I really do like, or a line of them, are the Revlon, I don't know, Super Lustrous lip glosses. This one is in lilac. I definitely have a thing for purple, so sorry. But you'd think like, why would you have purple? But I'm wearing it on my lips on top of a like nude colored lipstick right now, so it doesn't come off super duper purple unless you wear it by yourself, and then you kind of look a little ridiculous. But I have a bunch of different colors, and I love the formula. And then for high end, I really got into YSL products, um, and the glossy stains especially. This is in number 15. It is just like a hot pink color. It doesn't even look that hot pink on my hand, but it gets more and more and more pink the more you put it on, and then as it dries, it gets more and more and more pink. Um, Now you have to be careful. I mean, it's completely long lasting, but you need to be a little bit careful because it can wear unevenly. But if look in the mirror a few times a day, then you'll be fine. Um, those are all of my favorite beauty products. I was going to do brushes, but I feel like this video is taking way too long, and so I think what I'm going to do is do a separate video that just has like my hair favorites, my skincare favorites, and then like beauty tools, so that one can be kind of a quick one, because I don't have too many of those kinds of favorites. So I hope that helped. and I hope you learned a little bit about my loves in 2012. Let me know if you have any questions and if you have any requests for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.